Hello students and welcome to the online classes of Lalbagh Girls. This is Ekta ma'am and today I am taking up a lecture for class 10th economics. In my previous lecture we have discussed about our first chapter, the development, and now in this lecture we will cover the rest of the topics related to that chapter. So let us start our video.
So students, in my previous lecture I have told you about development and other topic also like income and national development. So now after this our next topic is the public facilities in an economy. Now in the previous lecture we have discussed that income cannot only define the development of a country. Thus, income influences the development of a country only up to a certain extent. This is an indicator of a material good and services that citizens are able to use in an economy. But apart from this, there are non material aspects also, which we have discussed earlier. In this, non material aspects are the public facilities. These public facilities play an important role in an economy. Now, what does this term public facilities mean? So, the answer is these are the facilities that are provided by the government to the people or the society in an economy for their well being. For example, clean, pollution free environment or government schooling facilities, proper security, etc. These are some of the public facilities that also play a vital role in the development of a country apart from the material aspects like income. Let us take one more example of Kerala. Now, Kerala has a low infant mortality rate. This is because it has adequate provision of basic health, educational, and awareness facilities available there in the economy. Thus, development is not only measured on the basis of income, but nowadays it is also measured on the basis of health and education. And to move towards a more developed country, the government of the country should take care of the people's health, their interest, their well being in an economy. Now we move forward to the most important topic of our chapter, which is the sustainable development. Let us know what is sustainable development. So, sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present generations without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs in future. Now, when we talk about development, then it is pretty much obvious that we should like to increase our level of development and will also want to maintain the present state of development. Because of this, the concept of sustainable development came into existence. Sustainable development, by its name, only mean to sustain or to restore the level of development in a country. This topic of sustainable development is related to the resources of nature. These are generally divided into the categories like first, it is the renewable resources, and the second is the non renewable resources. The renewable resources are renewed by the nature in case of crops and plants, but these resources may be sometimes get overused, like for example groundwater. In case of groundwater, if we use more than that is renewed or replenished by rain, then this is the overusing of this resource. On the other hand, non renewable resources are those which will get exhausted after some years of continuous use. In this case, we do not replenish such resources but use their alternative resources. For example, crude oil. Further, children, you can read about the exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources with the help of this picture in the video. Now we move forward towards the end of the video, and in the end we can conclude that in case of sustainable development, it is our duty to make proper use of the resources which are provided to us, because our future is linked with us together. Our steps together today will lead to our future conditions and generations too for the future. For this, sustainable development is the perfect measure, and awareness should be created related to this new aspect within the society to develop our country and to sustain the development of our country for the future. Now, students, I hope you would understand that what is sustainable development and what are the factors that promote sustainable development in this video.
That's all for today, class. I hope you did understand the topic today. Please like this video and watch the video till the end. Thank you.